And new on the 4, a surprise in a Tuscaloosa courtroom today in that case against a former Alabama basketball player, Darius Miles, who's been charged with capital murder.
So we've learned Alabama star basketball player Brandon Miller is somehow connected to this case. Miller has not been charged with a crime. Miles and co-defendant Michael Davis both appearing in a court for a preliminary hearing today. And that's where those new revelations came out. Brian Henry joining us from Tuscaloosa County Jail, where that hearing was held this morning. So Brian, explain how Miller is now connected to the case.
Well, Sarah Morgan, for the first time today, we learned that this murder investigation involved current UA basketball player Brandon Miller, although, and we want to be very clear about this, although Miller does not face any criminal charges. Investigators testified Miller brought a gun that belonged to Darius Miles to the crime scene. Cameras were not allowed inside, but the preliminary hearing lasted almost 3 hours with 5 witnesses. One major development, evidence produced in court and put on a TV monitor, showed former UA basketball player Darius Miles texted current player Brandon Miller to bring him his gun to Gray Street and University Boulevard, the very scene where the shooting happened in mid-January. Tuscaloosa Police homicide investigator Brandon Culpepper testified that Darius Miles told Michael Lynn Davis that the heat is in the hat, signifying the gun was present. Court documents also indicated Miles provided the very same weapon to Michael Lynn Davis, who investigators say shot in the Jeep 23-year-old Jamea Harris was riding in. Culpepper added surveillance video from the nearby Publix showed Davis standing on the driver's side of the Jeep and firing several rounds. Harris died from a gunshot wound to the left side of the face, according to testimony presented at court.
They don't deserve to be out on the street.
Meantime, Jamea Harris's mom talked with reporters after the hearing.
My daughter was ambushed, is what happened. It was a premeditated attack on her. That's what I saw.
As for Brandon Miller, prosecutor Paula Whitley said afterwards there was nothing in the law they could charge him with. However, plenty of evidence, according to Whitley, against Darius Miles and Michael Lynn Davis.
Charged with capital murder because the victim was sitting in a vehicle when she was senselessly killed.
Now, in that same court hearing today, the judge has yet to rule whether this case will move forward, and again, no ruling yet whether she'll grant both men an opportunity to make bond. Now, one other thing, also a latest addition to the story, again, that happened this morning. Darius Miles' attorney, Mary Turner, declined an interview immediately after the hearing because she said that she first wanted to see what the rulings would be. In Tuscaloosa, Brian Henry, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
And new on the 4, Alabama basketball coach Nate Oates reacting to these developments, saying he was aware of Brandon Miller's involvement of the case, but says the freshman is not in any trouble.
We knew about that. I mean, you know, you can't control everything anybody does outside of practice. Nobody knew that was going to happen. College kids are out. Brandon hasn't been in any type of trouble, nor is he in any type of trouble on this case, like in the wrong spot at the wrong time.